And so once I saw that, it's like the universe was asking me, what kind of designer are you going to be? You know, are you going to be like everybody else, or are you going to set the trend, do your thing, stay focused, and actually make a great impact by the choices that you make. And
Right.
so that documentary opened my eyes, and it just gave
Wow.
me an aha moment. And I didn't even know that was like the beginning of me doing sustainability. That was the path for me to start thinking about, okay, I want to be a luxury sustainable brand, and what does that really mean? That for me, it means I'm conscious about the fabrication that I choose, and the luxury part is me doing my couture side of it, making sure my craftsmanship is top tier, in terms of, I might do my French seam, I might do, lining for everything, and just like the overall design and concept of everything is at a higher level than just, a fast fashion or, streetwear or what have you. So that's what luxury sustainable means to me.
That's amazing. I mean, everybody that we had on our webisodes, everybody has a story. There's
Yeah.
always a point when you realize something, there's something going wrong and we need to do something about it. And, we make a choice and we take a step towards it and fight against it because we have lots of option to go with fast fashion and all the other things. But it's very hard in the beginning when you choose sustainable fashion because you have to be conscious with not
You're taking the
handful of
fear.
things but so many things.
From Jamaica, and I love it when, for me, how I kind of like envision my journey is I'm being created to love. I love my soup, and when you make it any kind of island soup, what you gotta do, you gotta take it. And everything is a process. Okay, so but the number one thing, get the right ingredients. There's nothing like when you're creating a delicious soup and you don't have the right ingredients. It's
Right.
gonna go horribly wrong. So for me, the creator has created me as an authentic, delicious, well-made soup that the right people with the appetite that I am presenting, they're gonna love it. They love it because it's delicious, and they'll always want more because it makes you what? It makes you feel good. It makes you look good. And number one, like you're gonna be like glowing. Period. So, because we put the best ingredients. We put the best ingredients.
Right.
Yeah. I'm always talking about food because I'm a foodie too. Like, I love cooking too. I love cooking too. So, yeah.
That makes sense. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, wonderful. Sometimes it just get cutting off.
That's fine.
Yeah, of course, sustainability is a big thing that we all need to work on, and that's the only way I believe that it should be.
It start with self. It
So,
definitely start with self. I guess my philosophy is like become the change you wish to see in the world. Don't wait for anybody else
right.
because if you change, then the world is changing. So become the change you wish to see in the world, and that's exactly what I'm doing. For myself and for my students, for my clients, for my kids. For the people who surround me. And so, yeah, if I growing up, they say if you know better, you do better. So that's what my goal is to, do better when I know what I need to do and not be rushed to for fast glory, whatever that's supposed to be meaning, or fast whatever. Want my soul? Can I get my food nice and hot? So I'll take my time
Right.
to
It has
build
to be
the
like that.
empire. Yes, exactly.
So, if a person, for example, me, wants to start designing in
Mhm.
2025 as a fashion designer,
What are the steps? Well, number one, it's great to have a great mentor. Number two,
can I have you as a mentor?
you can have me as a mentor. Yes.
I would love to.
Have a great mentor, right? You need to learn thyself. Find out what kind of designer you're going to be. How are you going to what do you want to bring out into the world? Right? My professor always say, like at Syracuse, you're not reinventing the wheel. You're putting a spin on it and making it better. It should be or
Mm,
has some value, right? So it's always going to be a skirt. It's always going to be a pants. It's always going to be a dress. You're not reinventing those things. But is
right.
what value are you bringing with that? comes with the material, the design, the silhouette. Like, what are you bringing to the table, right? So once you have great counsel, great leadership, you know thyself, right? Then you get your education, okay? And majority of the time, you're going to have to put your money where your mouth is. You're going to have to pay for your education, right? So this is where Unity Fashion Institute come in as well. But we are a non-traditional, school, university, in terms of you don't have to do a 4 year with us to be able to have life-changing experiences, right? You can have 3 months, 6 months, 12-month course with us, and your life can change dramatically because you're going to be learning a life skill that you're going to have forever, right? And we teach you industry standard. We teach you what we know. And so find a school that will meet you where you are. So that's what we do. I saw a gap because my student, big shout out to Hebrew, one of my students, I met her when she was in the fourth grade. And now she's like in college now. Like, what is going on? She was like, well, I'm gonna tell you the story. So I came to Maryland, right? I graduated college, came to Maryland and what have you. And I was on my Instagram live, and she was like, "Oh, Miss S, I want you to teach me fashion. I want you to continue to teach me fashion design." I was like, I'm in Maryland now," and she was like, "Well, you need to teach online."
Wow.
Like the gates open. The gates was open with that live, with that conversation, and that's how I
Right.
birthed Unity Fashion Institute. Like, the name just came like to me with ease. Unity Fashion Institute, because basically I'm uniting. I just felt like unity fit what I was trying to do or what I desired to do. So I created Unity Fashion Institute, and I've been teaching ever since. Yeah, so that's how that came about, and I'm just grateful that I not only get to manifest my dreams, but I get to help other students, other, upcoming designers to be able to manifest their dreams as well. I love
It
it.
is. Yeah, I think it's also an advantage to being a teacher, and especially a good teacher.
I'm an excellent teacher. Shout out to Professor Long, because he recommended me to be a teacher for the YMCA that I went to, Webster Elementary in Syracuse. Because throughout the 4 years, well, I had him for 2 years, my junior year and my senior year for my senior collection. I was always like, the crazy thing is, like, I was already teaching like my peers because for whatever reason, they're late for class, whatever, with college life. But like I said, I'm focused. Like, I have my own home. I got my kids. Like, I'm paying for my tuition. I don't have time to miss. I don't miss no class. So I always used to be like, sharing my notes and, helping them with, whatever the case may be, show them how to do, the homework, whatever the assignment. And he was just like, Shardana, I think I want you to call this person, Fabia. Shout out to Fabia at the YMCA. And I just hit it off, and I literally created the first ever curriculum for fashion design at Webster Elementary, and that's how like my teaching career started. Because I thought I was going to go to New York right after and be like a famous fashion designer and do all the things. But the career was like, I'm going to give you that and so much more. I'm so happy that I didn't do what I thought in my head. The career gave me something better, gave me power and impact and influence, and
Right.
just
Amazing.
yeah.
Expect the unexpected. That's why I always go with. We never know what's coming.
Be open for learning how to pivot. I think once you want to become a designer as well, that's something that you have to be open. Be open to be able to pivot. Oh yeah.
So, yeah, we here have lots of opportunities to go and study some of the places and, things like that. So, my question is for the person who wants to start, but they don't have or they don't know much of the teachers, or though they don't have the opportunity to go some of the fashion schools or the institutes they have,
If they don't have the opportunity to go to
college, or they don't have any near fashion school that they can go to.
what I would do is I always say, don't put obstacle in your way. Don't put fear in your way, right? So if you want something,
Mm-hmm.
You probably you can find maybe another designer that where you could intern and get your foot in the door like that. You can start creating designs at home using YouTube as your library, your university, right? Make sure you align yourself with networking environments where you can go and meet other entrepreneurs, where you could probably get opportunities to be able to learn as an intern, because you got to do the work.